Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Israel in Style. I'm Meital Dohan, and this is definitely the show to watch if you're looking to get updated on anything and everything regarding Israeli fashion, culture, and lifestyle. If you've never visited the Holy Land, I'm here to show you guys what you're missing out on. So, to start off today's show, we have here with me in the studio a very special guest. She's literally done it all. She's an international singer-songwriter. She's worked with some of the top artists, both here in Israel and worldwide, and has gone on to receive worldwide recognition from her endless list of hits. Meital Dohan, how are you?
Hello, wow, that sounds amazing.
So why don't you tell, for everybody that doesn't know you, how you kind of got started in music and what type of music you do?
Well, actually, I started like totally by accident. I
love
rolled
those
from R&B and being like a soul singer and R&B singer to electronic groups.
So completely different spectrums of music.
Because you know, the vibing scene of music's changed during the last 10 years.
Right.
From the pop music became really electronic. So I found myself like giving more attention to, you know, shows and doing pop music, and pop music became electronic. So I shifted from R&B to electronic, pop, R&B, house.
Right.
And from here and there, I worked in different groups, and then I got to meet Ofer Nissim's producer.
Huge DJ, if you guys don't know.
Yes, he's a huge DJ. He used to be always starring on the top 100 DJs on DJ Mag. And that time, our music came out with Ofer Nissim on the New York label Star 69, which was huge. It means that every song that you put out was like an immediate hit.
An automatic
in the US
hit on
and
the
Miami
top charts.
And in South America, exactly, on the top dance charts.
Right.
And this was exactly the time, it was like 2008, 2009, that music started changing. House music was becoming more mainstream than underground. And it was a really, really fun time. So I wrote and, you know, composed the songs, but the productions were more like electronic, big room, house, fun. But the melodies were really emotional, R&B, sometimes pop. And that's how it all started, actually.
So you started with collaborating, you know, like you said, you were in different groups and stuff like that, collaborating with different artists. When did you realize that you wanted a solo career and do your own thing?
Oh, that's a good question. My partner and I, he was my producer, Itai, we had a group together called Epiphany, actually. And after 3 years, it was like, I guess, too much on both sides. We weren't getting along as smoothly as before. And I guess each one was pulling into different directions. And that's when we decided to split. And I said, fine, you know, we can always work together.
Of course.
We don't have to be a group. We can work together as a producer and a singer. And, you know, no hard feelings. And then we split. And then I went off to my solo career. It was about 2012. My first single out was Warrior, and I did it with Skazi. It's a huge DJ.
Another ginormous DJ here in Israel and internationally.
Yes, he is. He's really big in South America and Japan, and he has like an enormous fan base. And then we did a single called Warrior with Skazi, and they're in a group. Mr. Black was another amazing DJ. We worked together. We turned a song that was made for trance music. We turned it totally into pop, even pop reggaeton, but with a really hard electronic beat. And it was like different. And a girl singing, not a guy. Usually in reggaeton you hear guys.
Definitely.
So it was really special. It blasted off, and it was an immediate hit. And I got to do many shows due to that hit, and it was a lot of fun.
Right.
And since then, I've been releasing songs, and then in 2015, I did my solo album called End to Start, which has songs from various Israeli producers, from Ofer Nissim and Triple, who are really big right now, and Idobi and Tsuki, who are two, I call them the kids, because they're like 19, 20-year-olds.
Oh, actually kids, though.
Yes, they're kids. And when I worked with them, they were like 18, 17, really big at the teen crowds.
Right.
And a lot of collaborations in this album. I'm really proud of it. And in 2014, I got the first MTV Music Award for Best Israeli Act. So I was really, really proud. It was amazing.
Yeah, that must have been a really monumental moment in your career, you know, getting the recognition and getting, you know...
Yeah, after so many years of work, you know, sometimes you don't even look back to enjoy what you did. You're like, oh my God, that song sucks.
Yeah, like I can't believe that happened, you know?
You don't like the video you released, and you're not satisfied with anything. Not with the sound of your album, with the sound of this track. And sometimes, and then like you stop and you say, wow, okay, I did a lot of things that touched a lot of people, and it's really emotional to see.
Well, I have one question. You recently were in Italy shooting a new music video. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the song, what we can expect from this music video as well?
Yes, actually, it's been a surprising collaboration with Ski Deal, and they offered me to do something together, like to shoot a video. I got the chance to shoot a video, one of the most beautiful places ever. You know, it's one of the most beautiful ski resorts.
Right.
It's like, it's a small, the tiniest town. Everything is filled with snow. It's between the Dolomites. Am I saying it correctly? The Dolomite
I believe so.
Mountains in Italy. It was like snowing the entire 3 days we were there. And I came to actually shoot a video, which the vibe of the video is very summery, touching pop and some reggaeton and some Spanish beats, and you can hear the sun in the song.
Right.
But the song lyrics is about a breakup. The song is titled "Love Is Bad."
Love is bad.
Love is bad, exactly, with a Z instead of an S. Love is bad. So it says like, actually, our love is bad and we're not getting along, but I still love you so much. Why is our love? You know, why love is bad.
Right.
So actually, when we were shooting there, everything was like snowy and totally white and cold. So you could hear like the nice, you know, summery tunes in the melody.
But then you're looking at something completely
opposite. You're looking
opposite.
at something cold, and I was like, wow, this turned out perfect.
Such a contrast.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. Usually when you hear this kind of music, you see girls in bikinis and in a swimming pool, and it's a dancing, you know, mojito party.
And it's a completely different vibe for the video.
Yes, completely different. I hope people are going to like it.
You know, I have to ask you before we have to wrap up about your video Girl Boss, about the song. What did that mean to you?
Girl
you know, that
Boss.
was one of my favorites of yours.
But you should say it in patois. It's Boss Gyal.
Boss Gyal.
Boss Gyal.
I love the song. I love the music video, everything about it. Where did that come from?
So actually, this song is the same producer as this next song, Love Is Bad. His name is Joe Cohen, and he's an amazing producer and a songwriter. We did it together. The idea actually came from a good friend of mine, my best friend. I write songs about my friends. They don't know it all the time, but I do, so be careful. My dates and my friends.
So your dates need to watch out.
She's a hard worker. She gets up to work every day, you know. She's doing it all by herself. Sometimes she's like crushed from so much work. And I'm like, this is so inspiring to see a girl on her own.
Here's the video behind us.
Exactly.
I love this.
She doesn't need anyone. She's working hard. I'm like, it inspired me to write that song. And actually, we got signed with Armin van Buuren's label, Armada, with this song. They have like a new label that does more popish music. So they loved this song and they signed it, and we're really, really happy.
Yeah, amazing.
Yes.
Well, all we can expect is, you know, to hear more music from you, to see more music videos. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
It was amazing.
So this was definitely just a glimpse into the life of Meital. If you want to keep up with her and get updated on her latest music, make sure you're following her on Instagram to see when the newest hit will drop. So if you're anything like me, you scroll through Instagram, see all those travel bloggers in different locations every week, and think to yourself, ugh, what would I do to be a travel blogger? Well, that's exactly what my next guest did. She was born in Paris, raised in Montreal, and then of course made her way to the beautiful city of Tel Aviv. And guess what? Documents it all, from the best restaurants to the nicest hotels. Sharon Brands, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, and you?
I'm great. So first of all, why don't you tell everybody who doesn't know your blog and your Instagram what it is they can see on your blog?
Right, so Brand Travels is all about fashion, lifestyle, travel, also food, obviously. And I didn't want to focus on only one thing because that's the 4 things that I love doing. So I started writing it, I wrote it Brand Travels because I originally wanted to focus only on travel.
Right.
And then I realized I'm in Israel, there's food, there's
culture.
art, there's culture, exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't just do travel. So I really went into everything. So on my website, on my Instagram, that's what everybody can see.
Right. Yeah. And so like I said, sorry, you are not originally from here. You've been traveling every year. So Is there a favorite place that you've traveled
Definitely.
to? Yeah, what is it?
So I went to Italy 2 summers ago. It was the best place I've ever been to. It was incredible. It was magical.
Yes.
And I traveled throughout the whole country, and it's like everybody has to go there and see for themselves.
There's definitely a different culture, all the food, all the places that you can visit. It's just like
and
such a variety.
Pasta is my favorite dish.
Pasta's
so
my favorite
it was like the best thing ever.
Yeah, so we were actually talking right before this. Have you ever faced any obstacles, you know, being a blogger here in Israel specifically?
Yeah, definitely. So recently I reached 10,000 followers on Instagram, last week exactly. And it was Yom Ha'atzmaut a few days later.
Independence Day, for those who don't know, yes.
And I posted a picture of myself with an Israeli flag on my back, which is something I don't do because why? I mean, I do it on occasions.
Right.
And then the next day I woke up with 150 followers less. So I'm not saying that it's specifically because of that, but I mean, I usually lose followers 2 or 3, but not 150 overnight.
150 overnight, and you're clearly connecting it to the fact that you had the Israeli flag on. Did you got messages like being like, this is the reason I unfollowed you?
Not messages like this, but messages
promoting something else.
Yeah, exactly. Not for Israel, that's for sure. Not for Israeli messages.
Right. So then.
But I'm not going to delete the picture.
That's what I was just going to ask you. You know, a lot of brands, international brands, who are, I don't know, the owners are Israeli or connected to, you know, Jewish. They don't. Sometimes they almost hold back from telling the fact that they're Israeli and Jewish. Do you feel like that's ever going to happen with you?
No, I will. I'm so proud of being Jewish. I'm so proud of staying in Israel. I will continue posting everything about Israel, about everything I see. And, you know, at the same time, yes, I got messages that were not nice.
Not
Israel
friendly.
But I did get so many more messages of people supporting me, of people saying, don't stop, kol hakavod, which means
good for you.
Good for you,
yeah.
And you know, they're really supportive, so I'm not gonna stop.
I 100% agree with you. Such positive vibes, you know, like you're definitely gonna keep it.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not gonna post as much, you know, Israeli flags and being super Zionist, but you're not gonna hold yourself back from doing the same.
Exactly.
So what about from other like followers? Where can people follow you? Instagram,
so
you know.
Can I tell you how I created my Instagram?
Of course.
Okay, so about 2 years ago, I always wanted to have an outlet to share everything I did, but I never did one. And then my boyfriend took me to this hotel in Ramat Gan called the Indigo Hotel, which has a view that's see-through, overlooking the whole city of Tel Aviv. And I was swimming, and as weird as it sounds, I was like, okay, I need to start something. So I got home that night, and I created the Instagram page. And then a few months later, I contacted a web designer. They're called BH Labs, and he made my website from scratch. Sorry.
Amazing. So that's how it kind of got started. So everybody can follow along on your Brand Travels website and your Instagram account to see premium content, travel blogging from all over the world. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So you met her here first, and you can travel along with her vicariously, of course. Just make sure to follow along her blog and Instagram page to see where Sharon and Brand Travels are off to next. So yoga is one of those workouts that draws in a mixed crowd. Here in Israel especially, you can see anyone practicing yoga, from teenagers to middle-aged women, and of course, men of all ages. So with me today in the studio is the founder of the first and biggest yoga festival in Israel, hosting some of the best yoga teachers, special guests, musical performances, and many, many more surprises, Nir Shakarov.
Yes.
Did I say that correctly?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it there.
Yeah, you got it.
Nir, how are you?
Very good. Very good.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about, you know, we were just talking about before how yoga used to just be a women's thing, you know, just a women's meditation thing. How have you seen it evolve over time?
So I think when I started to practice yoga almost 15 years ago, it was something very esoteric and something that was, you know, practiced in the basement or just like a sidekick of like gyms and everything. And now it's becoming more popular and acceptable in, you know, schools, in business, in even the politics, you know. The Prime Minister of India is a well-known yogi that is teaching all his government
I didn't know
yoga,
that. That's amazing.
It's amazing. In India, there is a minister of yoga with like $200 million a budget a year or something.
Yeah,
like
and they're
that.
doing a lot of programs now, I know in the United States, where it's like instead of, you know, detention where kids do something bad, they give them an hour of yoga to kind of just get zen and get with themselves. So how did you, you know, come about with this yoga festival idea? What can we expect?
So this was a long-lasting dream of mine to do like an international yoga festival in Israel, like there is in a few places, in many places in the world. And there is teachers that are coming from different places in the world, Brazil and the UK and the United States, India, Germany, Cyprus, and also participants. That this is very exciting, that people are coming to Israel
from
just
all over the world.
Yeah, just for the festival. And it's an amazing location. You can see in the movie, you know, a lot of natural water, and we have like treatments in the water, lectures and workshops, many connections that we do. For example, teacher from Brazil that we connect her with an Israeli musician, doing a workshop together with a live music. A lot of the workshops are with music also, because we like the connections and the fusion, you know, because in yoga, like in every method, there is many methods and lineage and very a lot of differentiation.
Yes.
So we try to connect them again, you know,
this
because
festival.
Yeah, because yoga is one. You know, we have one when you breathe. So
it's one breath, and everybody. Yes, everything is united. So how long is this festival? When is it? Where can we find tickets?
So it's in the 3rd of May.
Okay.
It's just next week, and it's 3 days.
Oh, it's a 3-day festival.
Yeah, it's a 3 days.
So during the day, you're practicing yoga throughout the day. What other activities?
So we have a lot of activities. We have 8 or 9 zones that are active parallel, and in each one you have like workshops, you have lectures, you have things in the water, you have things that are more calm and more for the mind, and you have things more dynamic and for the body. And along these 3 days, you can choose whatever you want to do. And there is concerts, of course, and just free time.
Food.
And food, of course, amazing food,
most importantly.
colorful and healthy.
You guys are sleeping where? You guys are sleeping in tents on the camp?
Yeah, so most of the people are sleeping in the camping area. We are taking a lot of rooms also in the area. It's happening up north in the Gana Shlosha. So there is a lot of rooms, zimmers, you know, little hotels and everything. And yeah, people
This is the first year you're doing it?
No, it's the 3rd year.
3rd year you're doing it?
Yeah, it's the 3rd year, and it's just, you know, becoming
just getting started.
Better, you know, each year. And it's amazing, you know, to bring, you know, so many people together. And
from all over the world.
Yeah, and something happening, you know, it's like 3 days, it's like, it's a place to discover and to go out of yourself. And we inspire people to take something from the festival to their life, you know, because 3 days, it's amazing. It's an amazing experience. It's a great fun.
But you want to have an impact on them.
We want to take it into the life, you know, because it's not about the cave or sitting detached from the world. It's in the world and in the business or in the television. In all the things that we do, we need to become more aware and more present in the life.
So everyone needs to check out this yoga festival. If not this year, next year. I'm sure you guys are going to be having them for years to come. Everyone's going to be excited. So thank you so much for coming in. Anyone in the area looking for a fun getaway, relaxing adventure, make sure to check out the Yoga Festival website to get more information and see how you can sign up to join. So you guys should probably know this about me already. I am a shoe addict. There is nothing more I love than to shop for some shoes. So it's only fitting that the producer of Shufoni event is here with us in the studio to tell us all about the hottest Israeli shoe designers selling their latest collections. Maya Levy, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, so I definitely messed the name up. We talked about this before. Tell us how you...
It was pretty close.
It was close, right?
Yeah.
Tell us how you pronounce it and what the meaning of it is.
So it's Shufoni.
Yes.
Which Shufoni in Arabic means look at me. And it's also a play on shu, which for shoes, and the look at me, which is perfect for shoes.
Exactly.
Shoes,
please look at me.
Exactly.
These
Your
shoes.
shoes are amazing.
Thank you.
Because shoes make or break an outfit.
100% agree.
So it's.
So why don't you tell us about the event? What can we expect to see?
So there are 45 designers that all coming and bringing the new collection, and it's 20% off the new collection, the summer collection. Your chance to get ready.
Yeah. I like already need to breathe. I feel my wallet, like, you know, my bank account going lower and lower just hearing the 20%. So you said 45 designers?
45 designers. It's about 20% are bag designers and the rest are shoe designers.
Right.
Literally all the Israeli shoe designers are in one place.
So last time you were here, we were talking about the supermarket event, which was an annual event for clothes of Israeli designers from their previous collections. So this is a little different, right?
This is different. This is the people bringing, it's literally straight from the factories, straight off at 20%, which is amazing. It doesn't happen.
It does not.
And it's brand new, and it's literally, and you have in one place all the shoe designers. You know, you're definitely going to find something that you like.
Right. There's probably sandals, heels,
exactly.
boots, the whole variety
the whole
of everything.
thing, a whole variety of designers, and you're ready for summer.
Right. And this is a semi-annual event, right? We can see this also in the winter collection.
Exactly. We do it because there is summer and winter, and it's the beginning of every collection. So we have this fair.
And what, you know, is the main goal of this type of event? Obviously, for other than the fact that our shoppers get to get 20% off.
It's very important. There are different aspects for it. From as far as the designers and the participants' point of view, for them, it's a huge chance, first of all, to meet their customers one-on-one. Not everybody gets the chance, and the customers really enjoy meeting the designer.
Right.
A lot of times they might.
So the designers are there.
The designers are there.
Wow. So you can ask questions. You know, get in contact with the actual designers.
Yeah, and for them, it's a huge boost to sales. It's a chance they're putting a lot of money in investing in the new collection, and then you get this amazing feedback, and you get a lot of money in from the sales. Exactly.
And it's also exposure for these Israeli designers.
We've got a lot of new designers. This is the first collection that they're coming out with, and they choose to do it at Shufuni because of the exposure, because of the people. You get a chance to get feedback on your designs, which are better, which work better, which don't.
Right. So you also kind of get to know what's going to be in season for this season, what people, like you said, are vibing with and what they buy most.
A lot of people might do repeats on the basis of what they sell on through Shufuni.
So when is this event happening? Where can we find it?
So it's happening this weekend, 26th, 7th, 8th of April. We're now.
Right. And what month are we in? What's going on here?
In Namal Yafo again. And lots of people coming.
I mean, listen, it's 20% off. It's 20% a brand new collection of shoes.
It's literally people bringing straight off the factory shelves, bringing and displaying.
Exactly, and Israeli designers. You know, I mean, obviously, maybe this might be a little biased, but I love Israeli shoe designers.
It's amazing how such a small country has such a large collection of Israeli designers.
Right.
Literally, you know, 40 designers, and they are independent designers. Come and show your support.
Yes, amazing. So thank you so much, Maya. I'm definitely going to be there, probably all 3 days. So thank you so much for most likely lowering my bank account right now. So thank you. So if you guys are in the area, make sure to head to Yafo and check out the Shufon event. Get your hands on the latest collections brought to you by the absolute hottest Israeli shoe designers. And unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's episode of Israel in Style. I wanted to thank all our guests who came into the studio, and of course to all you viewers out there that want to keep up with the show. Check us out on iltv.tv/Israel in Style. Have a fabulous week, everyone.